Hey, church family. Well, what a crazy few months it has been for us as a church, for us in our individual lives, with our families, with our jobs, with our health, and all these things that have been going on for the last couple of months. And I wanted to take a moment today and celebrate all that's taken place in the life of our church. You know, when all of this kind of started, we were all a little uncertain, not really sure what to expect or how to kind of navigate through it. And it was a little unnerving, I think, for all of us in all different capacities. But here, as your pastor, it was one of those things where you just wanted to navigate it correctly. And with it being something that was so new, it was kind of hard to figure out everything. But God's been so faithful, and I just want to share about His faithfulness and your faithfulness throughout this season. It's been awesome to see all that God has continued to do. As we transitioned to church online early on in March, we saw great engagement. We've continued to see great engagement and continuity throughout each and every week online with our church family there. And then we've also seen giving has continued to remain steady throughout this season. So we've been able to continue because of you to help in the community, to help with those who are struggling with different areas and different circumstances going on throughout coronavirus. And it's just been awesome to see the church family stick together, relationships continue to grow and thrive through this, and our men's and women's and all of our Elevate groups throughout this time. And it's just been an awesome testament to your faithfulness and to the faithfulness of God throughout this time. But while it's been so awesome to see all that's taken place, we do believe that now God is calling us to get back into the building, to begin a re-entry plan. And so we have a 4-phased approach that covers different areas and different sections of that. We are currently in phase 1, which is where we are gathering together online only. We have no Elevate groups meeting in person, no youth, no children in person. Everything has been moved to online. But we believe that starting June 7th, we will be entering into phase 2. And you're probably wondering, what in the world is phase 2? Well, phase 2 has a couple different components to it. First of all, we will be having Sunday morning in the building once again, starting on June 7th. But to accommodate social distancing orders and recommendations from the government and the CDC, we will be moving to 2 services at 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock to accommodate the smaller number that are going to be able to enter into the building. We will be only having 50 people per service in the building, in the entire building. That includes me and my wife and worship team, all fall into that number. So we'll be having 2 services at 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock so we can fall into that social distancing order. We will also be providing masks if you show up and you don't have a mask and you want to wear a mask. Masks will be encouraged, but they will not be required. If you are a type that you don't want to wear a mask and you can't wear a mask or whatever it may be, you will not be required to wear a mask to enter in the building, but we also encourage it based on the guidelines from the CDC. Also, we will have all of our MVPs, all of our staff team will be helping navigate through this place and kind of figure out how to get to our seats. But one of the most important things that I want you to understand as we attempt to begin to re-enter the building is that we were asking you to register. Registration obviously is free. It's just simply to help us keep a gauge and a number on how many are planning to be at each and every service. This will be a weekly thing. It will not just be a one-time thing. It won't be, well, they know that I'm going to be there. No, we want to know that you're going to be here. So we've created a website. It's very simple to remember, called registerforchurch.com. Registerforchurch.com. You can even go there now at the end of this video and check it out. There you'll be able to register for the 9 o'clock service or the 11 o'clock service. And again, we are asking you to do that each and every week. On that website, we also have all the information laid out for phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and for phase 4. More information on phase 3 and 4 to come in the next couple of weeks and months as we kind of take those slow steps through this process. But for right now, we only know about the date for phase 2, and that is Sunday, June 7th. We don't know when phase 3 and 4 will take place, so we'll talk about that at a later time. But another thing to keep in mind as we begin to re-enter the building is that there will be no EP Kids or nursery. The mother's room will still be open if you need to nurse an infant or help feed a child or change diapers. The mother's room will be open for that. It will be cleaned after each and every use. but there will be no EP Kids and no nursery during this time. You are welcome to bring your children into the building with you, into service with you. And I have 2 small kids, so I know the thought is, well, how in the world am I going to be able to sit through service and have this distraction of my children going on? But our EP Kids director, Mary Fitzhenry, has put together what she's calling busy bags. It's going to be bags that are going to be completely sanitized and safe as they're being put together, but it's going to have coloring pages in there, crayons, little snacks, things for them to enjoy while they're in service with you. So those busy bags will be available. But we want you to know that everything has been completely and thoroughly sanitized, all ready to prepare the building, but we are also investing in some sanitization that can go through the air conditioning ducts. We also are investing in some fogging machines, I can't say that, fogging machines which you're able to put sanitizer in that's going to clean the room in between each and every service. We will be wiping down any high touch surface, anything that may be around that's high touch, and we'll be thoroughly cleaning in between every service. That's why we're doing 9 and 11 instead of 9:30 and 11, so we have plenty of time to get everything ready for each and every service. But I definitely want to also let you know this, please hear my heart on this. If you are high risk, if you have pre-existing conditions, or quite frankly, if you just don't feel ready yet, if you don't feel up to it, if you don't feel safe, if you don't feel as if you can come and worship together corporately and feel safe while we do that, I wanted to let you know that's okay. And we will still be gathering online just like we always have. We'll be streaming online so that we'll be here for you whenever you do feel ready. But for those who feel as if they are ready to step back into the building for corporate worship, we are making that available on Sunday, June 7th. It'll look a little different in here. Chairs have already been kind of spread out. They'll be in all kinds of different places based on who's registering. They'll be 6 feet apart. Social distancing guidelines will be followed throughout. Signage will be all around, kind of helping you know what to do as we come in here. Going to ask you, as hard as it's going to be, not to give a huge hug to somebody. Let's practice social distancing in that. Give them an air hug, an air high five. As we celebrate coming back in the building together. We know that the church is not the building, but we know that God has also given us a building to be able to come and worship together, and we're looking forward to doing that. If you have any questions on the details, if you have any things that maybe I have not answered through this and that the website registerforchurch.com does not answer, you can please email us at hello@elevationpoint.church. You can also message us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or you can call the church office and let us know any questions that you have, any details that you may need that maybe I've left out. But church, it is my honor and privilege to lead you, and I just pray that you show grace throughout this time as we navigate this together, as we go through this together. I love you, church. I believe that the best is yet to come, and I am so thankful for you, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Y'all have a great week.